total bullshit to say the Democratic Party doesn't have a national leader. It doesn't. It's not a matter of opinion or speculation. Leadership is a set of observable behaviors. You set a vision, you inspire people to follow you in pursuit of that vision, and when you deliver against those outcomes, you inspire more people to follow you, and a flywheel begins. And at the national level, there's only one person doing that. The difference between that one person and the limp defectors has become painfully clear over the past 24 hours. At a national level, Gavin Newsom is the only clear leader on the left. The reason why is because he's the only one delivering successful outcomes. What makes him successful is that he understands one simple fact.
Given the choice, the American people will always support strong and wrong versus weak and right.
Strong and wrong. Look no further than Donald Trump. Of course, I'm not talking about real strength. I'm talking about reality TV strength. Trump couldn't win an actual fight with a blow-up doll if you gave him a pair of scissors and named it E. Jean Carroll. It's TV-friendly performative strength, delivering lines like beat the hell out of him and Fire and Fury before lying down with a lukewarm Big Mac and 8 hours of muted Caroline videos on loop propped on his bedside table. Trump is fake strong and real wrong. Leader cast by Michael Bay and screenwritten by the screening exam at the ADD clinic. But unfortunately, this is what Americans have been trained to follow. Then there's weak and right. I cannot fathom a better description of the academic liberals that have governed the Democratic Party since the 90s. Look no further than what Senator Angus King said in defense of his vote to support reopening the government. Without a single concession on the healthcare subsidies millions of Americans need, he actually sat down on television and said standing up to Trump didn't work. It actually gave him more power. God damn it, Angus King, you're named after a bougie fast food cheeseburger, but you're acting like a taco. I swear if some of these people were doctors, they would give hospice care to a kid with a broken finger. Sorry, son, we're gonna have to pull the plug. There's nothing more we can do. Don't worry, we'll hold a candlelight vigil. Such bullshit. Standing up to Trump is why he's blamed for the shutdown. Standing up to Trump is why he's not in California. Standing up to Trump is why his approval rating is in the 30s. And standing up to Trump is what motivated a tidal wave of voters to go and vote against his agenda. Fighting Trump is what put Gavin Newsom in the position he's in today, where he's chalked up win after win after win. The key difference is that Newsom didn't run away the moment the hits started landing. He hit back, and he hit back harder until he had won on behalf of the voters he was elected to represent. To put a very fine point on it, Newsom's response to the caving eight: you don't start something if you can't finish it. If Angus and this small group of collapsing Democrats actually stood on the firm ground beneath their soft shoes, they might stick around long enough to learn how Trump earned his taco nickname in the first place. Because failures have consequences. By fighting back, we keep the focus on the people accountable for those consequences. The most frustrating part is it was working. All this pathetic capitulation, those consequences were landing like haymakers, hitting his approval rating, draining his political capital, tanking the Republicans in the voting booth. But the only way we actually deliver those knockout blows in 2026 and especially 2028 is if we can find it in ourselves to keep up the fight. Fighting is a hell of a lot easier when you've got the right leader fighting alongside you. Fortunately, I know where to find one.